Welcome to Daily English Dialogues channel, and specifically to the deep dive. Today, for you, our listener, we're taking on something super useful. Essential English conversations for travel. Our goal, it's really to give you the simple, practical English phrases, yes, but also the confidence, to make your next trip smoother, more fun. Whether it's for work, a holiday, or just curiosity, we want you to get those aha moments without feeling, whoa, overwhelmed.
Absolutely. English is, well, it really is a global language now, isn't it?
Mhm.
So useful in airports, hotels, restaurants, pretty much everywhere. And honestly, even just a little bit of English can make a huge difference. Asking for directions, chatting with locals, it opens things up.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Let's start at the beginning of the journey, right? Booking things, heading off. First up, booking a hotel. It seems basic, but getting it right sets the tone, doesn't it?
It really does. So when you call or email, just a clear, simple, "I'd like to book a room," works perfectly. That's your opener. Then they'll likely ask, "For how many nights?" Seems obvious, but it's easy to forget to specify the length of stay right away.
Right, get the duration in there.
Exactly. And then the practical stuff. You need to ask, what are the check-in and check-out times? This isn't just logistics. It's about avoiding extra charges.
Oh, definitely. Unexpected fees are the worst.
And here's a big one people sometimes miss. Does it include breakfast? It's more than just a meal, right? It can save you money. It's convenient. One of our sources actually has this nice dialogue, a guest booking confidently, making sure breakfast and Wi-Fi are sorted. So the takeaway is kind of think ahead about those follow-up questions. It helps you guide the conversation.
That's a great point. Being proactive, it shows you're navigating it thoughtfully, not just reacting. Having those key questions ready really boosts your confidence when booking. Okay, now for the perhaps slightly more stressful part for some, the airport.
Ah, yes, the airport.
It's often that first big test of your travel English, isn't it? It can feel a bit chaotic.
It can, but, a calm approach plus the right phrases, that's your secret weapon. Airports are busy places, and small issues can feel big without clear communication. Let's look at some common things. Like you're checking in, and the agent says, "Oh, it's 55 pounds, the limit's 50."
Yep, the dreaded overweight baggage moment.
Exactly. So a good response, something like, "Oh, okay, I'd rather take some things out then. I don't want to pay the extra fee."
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd rather. It's quite polite. It states your preference, clearly but softly. You're calmly making a decision.
Right, not just panicking about the fee.
And they might also tell you your backpack counts as carry-on. Knowing that up front, that can save a last-minute scramble or, again, more fees. The key thing here is staff often have solutions. Your English helps you understand and choose the best one for you.
That's a brilliant way to put it. It's not just stating a problem, it's engaging in a bit of problem solving right there. And then security, another potential hurdle.
Or absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe you forgot you had a water bottle. Security holds it up, asks, "Is this yours? Drink it or toss it?"
Happens all the time.
It does. So instead of getting flustered, just a quick, clear, "Oh, right, water bottle, yes, I'll drink it now," or "Okay, I'll throw it away." Simple, direct answers under pressure. And maybe the most stressful one, "Oh, no, I can't find my passport." Or the boarding pass vanishes.
My heart rate just went up thinking about it.
I know. But someone might say, "Don't panic, take your time."
Our sources point out this happens often. The power of these phrases isn't just literal. They help you sound calm and clear, and that really influences how helpful people might be. Knowing the words reduces the stress.
It really does. Framing these as chances to practice calm communication is, yeah, that's really empowering. Okay, airport navigated. You're on the plane. Let's shift focus now to during the journey on the plane itself and then arriving at the hotel. On the plane, well, it's tight quarters. Polite interactions are key.
Exactly. It's like a little social experiment up there sometimes. You've got the classic armrest situation.
Ah, yes, the unspoken battle. Someone might politely ask, "Excuse me, this armrest, is it yours?" A good response could be, "Oh, looks like it's for both of us, maybe. We can share it." It's not just about space. It's about navigating shared etiquette using slightly indirect language.
Subtle. I like it.
Or another common one, your bag won't fit in the overhead bin. A flight attendant might suggest, "Try turning the suitcase on its side." Simple instructions are vital there.
It's amazing how much happens with just a few words. What about getting food or drinks? That's a standard interaction.
Definitely. The attendant usually starts, "What are the options today?" You might hear, "We have baked chicken breast, maybe pork tenderloin or vegetable meatballs," and then always anything to drink. Knowing these lets you choose quickly. "Could I have the chicken, please?" and water.
Simple, polite, effective.
Yeah, and politeness really smooths things over. And that phrase, excuse me,
Yeah.
it's so incredibly useful. You use it to get attention politely. Excuse me, got to get some headphones.
Mm-hmm.
Or to apologize if you bump someone.
Right, or if you didn't hear something.
Exactly. Excuse me, could you say that again? This is a little multi-tool for communication. Shows respect, keeps things moving, even when it's noisy or crowded.
That's a great aha moment. Excuse me, as a bridge, not just an apology. Okay, plane journey mastered. Next stop, hotel reception.
Yes. Arrival. Checking in is usually the last step of that initial travel leg. So you walk up confidently, say, I have a reservation under the name, and maybe spell your last name if it's unusual.
Good tip.
They'll almost always say, may I see your ID, please? So having your passport ready is smart. Smooths the process. Then they give you the info, here's your key card. But beyond that, think about your comfort. Ask those key questions. Does the room have Wi-Fi?
Crucial these days.
Isn't it just? And what time is breakfast served? These aren't just random questions.
Yeah.
They help you settle in and feel comfortable in your new space.
Knowing their simple questions really puts you in control of making your stay comfortable. But let's face it, travel isn't always perfect. Sometimes things go wrong. Hotel problems happen.
That's a really important point.
Yeah.
And when they do, you need to be, well, direct, but still constructive. You could start with something like, excuse me, I'm afraid I have a few concerns about my room.
Yeah.
Using I'm afraid softens the complaint a bit.
Makes it less confrontational.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And be specific. The air conditioner isn't working. Or there seems to be no hot water. Another common one. The Wi-Fi is very slow. Notice the grammar there isn't working, is very slow. Using that present continuous is great for describing a current problem.
Ah, that's a useful grammar point for learners. Shows it's happening now.
Right. And the main takeaway from our sources here is be precise, be polite. It really increases your chances of getting the problem fixed quickly and nicely.
That makes total sense. Precision and politeness go a long way.
Okay, so hotel issues hopefully resolved.
Right,
You're
yeah.
settled. Time for the fun stuff. Exploring. Getting around. Yes. Being independent in a new place. Asking for directions is essential. Start politely. Excuse me, where's the bathroom? Or restroom. Good to know both. For transport. Where's the bus station or the train station? If you're really lost, can you help me? I'm looking
And people are usually happy to help if you ask nicely.
Generally, yes. You might get directions like, just go down this hallway and take your first left. Clear and simple. Now, for transport options, our sources give good examples. For a taxi, are you available? And definitely ask, how much will it cost to get to destination? Get that fare confirmed first.
Always good advice. What about buses or subways?
For a bus, you'd ask, which bus should I take to get to place? Maybe, how often does the bus come? On the subway, which direction should I go for station name? The idea is you might need a few questions to piece together the whole route, you know.
Yeah, it's often a little chain of questions. Okay, got the navigation sorted. What about a fun activity souvenir shopping? And maybe bargaining.
Bargaining. This can be really interesting culturally. It's as much a social thing as a money thing in many places. It needs politeness, a friendly vibe, and a few key phrases. You might say, oh, this is beautiful, but it's a little more than I expected. Would you be okay with $15? Notice how gentle that is. Would you be okay with?
Very polite negotiation.
The vendor might reply, I can't do $15, sorry, but maybe $18. That's my best price. Sources suggest starting with a compliment, smile. And remember, a polite refusal like, I understand, but my budget is really just $15, can work better than being too aggressive. You'll hear words like vendor, handmade, talking about a fair price, staying within your budget. And the interesting bit, in some cultures, bargaining shows you're genuinely interested. It's almost a sign of respect, not just trying to be cheap.
That's fascinating, seeing it as a cultural exchange, not just haggling. Changes the whole perspective. And finally, perhaps the most rewarding part of travel. Talking to locals, maybe making friends.
Absolutely. This is where the real magic often happens. And it can start simply. Things like, where are you from? Or what do you think of the food here? Safe, easy topics. You could also try, how long have you lived here? These show genuine interest without being too nosy.
Good conversation starters.
And don't forget our friend, perfect for politely getting attention before asking something, or if you need them to repeat themselves. Just starting these simple conversations, even with basic English, can really enrich your whole travel experience. You make connections, understand the place better.
It really does elevate the trip, doesn't it? Okay, we've covered so many practical conversations, but how do people actually improve? How do you get better at this for your own English learning?
Right, the practice aspect.
Yeah.
There are some really effective techniques mentioned in our sources. First, Listen and repeat. Don't just listen passively. Play conversations, maybe from a travel dialogue resource, and really try to repeat the words exactly. Focus on the sounds, the stress.
Active listening and mimicking.
Precisely. Second, shadowing. This is where you speak at the same time as a recording, trying to match the rhythm, the pronunciation, the intonation perfectly. Like, try shadowing a pilot's announcement. It builds that natural speech pattern.
Interesting technique, almost like learning a song.
Kind of. And third, duet. This means practicing one side of a dialogue. You can do it with a friend, a tutor, or even some apps let you play one role. The duet method is great because it forces you to think and respond quickly, like in a real conversation. And the insight here is, these aren't just about learning words. They're about tuning your ear and your mouth to the actual music and rhythm of English.
Those are really practical, actionable steps anyone can take. Consistent practice, even short bursts, builds that fluency and confidence. Now, thinking bigger picture, what about just general preparation for a trip and how to handle things when they inevitably go sideways?
Good prep is key, for sure. Check visa rules, make sure your passport is valid for like 6 months after you plan to come back. That catches people out sometimes.
Oh yeah, the 6-month rule. Important.
Book flights and places to stay early if you can, often saves money and hassle. Pack for the weather, obviously. And comfortable shoes, non-negotiable.
Definitely, your feet will thank you.
And maybe learn a few basic local customs. Shows respect, avoids awkwardness. But yeah, even with perfect planning, stuff happens.
So true. What's the advice for dealing with the unexpected?
Patience and flexibility. Those are your best friends. You might hit a language barrier, slow down, use gestures, maybe a translation app on your phone. Getting lost. It happens. Know how to ask, could you show me on the map? Transport delays or cancellations. Common. Ask, is there another way? Or when's the next train bus? And for something serious like a lost wallet, the steps are crucial. Contact your bank immediately to block cards. Contact your embassy if you need emergency documents. File a police report. The deep insight is, good prep stops preventable problems. But being able to adapt calmly, using your English, turns those unexpected challenges into, well, stories. Memorable experiences.
That's a great perspective. The unexpected moments often become the best stories later. So as we wrap up this deep dive, let's think about reflection. We all get asked, how was your trip? And give a quick answer. But how can we reflect more deeply or ask others better questions?
Yeah, that Reddit source had some great ideas, moving beyond just, how was it? Try asking yourself or someone else, what was your biggest surprise? That gets to real discovery. Or, what was the most memorable meal you had? Food connects so strongly to place and memory.
Good one. Food stories are always great.
Did anything go wrong? What was the funniest or maybe the worst thing that happened? Acknowledges reality, invites authentic stories. What did you learn? Taps into personal growth. And a really practical one. If you were planning it again, what would you do differently?
Those questions really dig deeper, don't they? They help turn a trip from just a series of events into a real narrative of learning and insight. Helps you process it all.
Exactly. Enriches the memory, helps with future plans too.
So we've journeyed through quite a bit today. Booking, airports, planes, hotels, solving problems, getting around, shopping, connecting with people. All of it needs these essential English phrases, but also that understanding of how and when to use them.
And remember, every single interaction, no matter how small it seems, is a real chance for you to practice your English and learn something new. It's not just about getting from A to B, it's about the communication journey itself. Each conversation is a mini lesson.
So our message to you is, take these ideas, these phrases, this confidence, use them, experiment, practice regularly. The more you engage, the more fluent you'll become, and honestly, the more rewarding your travels will be.
You know, traveling isn't only about seeing new sights. Fundamentally, it's about seeing yourself and the world from a new angle, a fresh perspective. So the question is, what new perspective will your next journey bring you?
And what English phrase will help you discover it?